What's going on, everybody? I am holding the most random Power Rangers DVD of all time, and I wanted to talk about this, break this down. If you guys watched our Power Ranger DVD and VHS video from last week, you probably saw that I hit a lick on a bunch of these Power Ranger RPM demo DVDs. And after checking it out, I realized this is the most random demo release ever. We're going to talk about it, talk about the history, break down what is inside of this and more. Let's get into it. Hit that intro, Rangers.
You are watching the Fan Club.
You're watching the Fan Club.
And you're watching the Fan Club. Do you know what time it is?
And you know what time it is.
It's time for the Fan Club. Let's go. Hey!
I can't do this on my own, cause you know things ain't always sweet when you out here in these streets. But my morpher when it morphed, I made a fake one.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fan Club. We are so happy to have you guys. Now, there is not a lot of coverage out about this DVD. The only video out before this one is a video by Este from 7 years ago. Shout out Este. But we are going to open this baby up, check it out, see what it says, what's in here, and then give you our thoughts. It says, look inside for RPM episode plus info on Bandai's Power Rangers toys and contest. Oh, there's a contest, huh? Now let's open up this DVD. I do love that we have the Megazord on here. It's not super plain Jane where it's just got the logo. I like it. I mean, for a free DVD, this is pretty cool. Now, where exactly did these come from? Back in the day, in like 2009, these popped up at the Disney stores all around the US trying to plug this. Now, let's look at this back here. It says, disc content, Power Rangers RPM episode in or out, Power Rangers moves, Power Rangers Ranger lessons, and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers sneak peek. Then on the side, it says DVD includes full-length Power Rangers episode and Power Rangers extras. Get in gear. So this is pretty cool. Kids all around the country did get this if they went to a Disney store back in the day. I know that Este said he got his trick-or-treating at a mall back in the day. Now let's pull this out and see what exactly this says. There is a coupon here. It says good for $2 off the purchase of any Bandai Power Rangers product. And then there's a challenge here, Power Up Video Challenge. We need you to finish the story. To find out more and how to enter online, head to bandai.com/Power Rangers. We need to do some video challenges now, man. We've got a lot of creators that want to eat, but let's get into the actual DVD one time. So the first thing I noticed when I popped this in, just how random it is. So we have an RPM episode, some Operation Overdrive Ranger moves, some Operation Overdrive Ranger lessons, and then a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers sneak peek. I wonder what that actually is. Let's check out some of these special segments. The first segment is Power Ranger moves. You get all of these Operation Overdrive little moves here. Super simple for kids. Like we got Call Megazord, or here a jewel is close by. And they had like some morphin action. Then the next segment was actually kind of cool for kids. Ranger lessons. It's a mini clip show, but also like one-on-one with each Ranger and what lessons they have learned throughout the season. Now, I think that this in canon takes place like in the middle because they haven't covered a lot of things and they still have their powers and morphers and stuff like that. It was cool to watch this. I had no idea that this segment even existed. And then they're plugging RPM DVDs, they're plugging Overdrive DVDs, and then we get this right here. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers come in 2010. It is the reversion, but they are pushing the toys, which I thought this was pretty cool, and I had no idea that this commercial even existed until I popped this DVD in. This has to be the most random DVD I have ever seen when it comes to Power Rangers. Now, I'm not going to show the full episode of RPM. You can go watch that one if you want to. I believe the title, what is it again? It's titled In or Out. That's actually a pretty cool episode, and RPM was freaking awesome. So at least they got something right and gave the kids a free episode of one of the best Power Ranger seasons. But I don't really know what they were doing here. Like, Power Rangers was on its way out, but yet they were still kind of promoting it. But they were barely putting it on TV. They would never put it on Disney Channel. But they said, yo, let's spend thousands of dollars on a bunch of these free DVDs. And when you put it in, like, as a kid, it would be so freaking confusing. Like, it's a little wacky how when you watch it, it's telling you to like buy 4 or 5 different things. But as you guys know, a lot of these products and things like weren't around anymore. Like, you only got so many rounds. So like, you're watching this and you watch the RPM episode, and that was probably currently out when this DVD came out. So you could probably find some RPM toys, right? But then they're pushing Overdrive, which was like 2 seasons before it. It wasn't even the season before it with Jungle Fury. There was no Jungle Fury on here. It was Overdrive. So like, yeah, maybe you could find the DVD at a pawn shop or a secondhand store, but what are the chances that these DVDs you're telling people to buy are still going to be there? I bet the RPM ones were still available, and then we're pushing something a year away. So we're doing like 3 things at once. And I know at the time, from like a business person that doesn't know kids, maybe that sounds like a good idea, but it really is a cluster F when you watch this. You're like, I don't even know which Power Ranger I even like. I kind of like this, I kind of like that. It's just like, hey, let's go through the last couple years and what can we put on a DVD as a promo? And this was all they pretty much did for Power Rangers RPM. Like, I didn't even really know this season existed when it came out, except for I saw toys. I didn't know it was still on ABC, and I believe this was the last season on ABC Kids, last Disney season. Wait, I think they did have like Mighty Morphin the year later, but this was like the last actual show of Power Rangers when it comes to like an original season to be shown on ABC and Disney. And I see why like they gave up, because they didn't really understand what Power Rangers was. And if you're trying to push like a certain season, I would make it all about that. This was a little bit of everything. I wish this would have been more RPM centric and would have had just RPM stuff, and they would have made like some of those short clip things with RPM suits. I mean, I know that they made a whole episode for RPM about like the behind the scenes and stuff like that. I bet they could have taken some suits and got a little extra time to shoot something exactly like that. Just say, hey, let's do that over for the DVD or the free promo or something, because it was a little bit all over the place. And I ain't trying to hate because this was like a free product, but then you wonder why nobody watched Power Rangers RPM, because the one marketing tactic they had was kind of confusing. Like, what are you really trying to push here? And then even on the back, it says like a preview of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And just by looking at it, you think it's a preview of the show. Like, you're a little confused because the icon, the logo is different for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers compared to the original. But then it shows like the original Rangers from the show, not toys. And then you pop it in and it's just a toy preview. Very confusing. I wonder what they were thinking with this one. Not trying to be like too critical, but I didn't barely see any promotion for RPM. And then I heard of this. I did not have a Disney store. So if you didn't have a Disney store around you, you probably did not get this DVD. After watching this and realizing that this was like Bandai's and Disney's only like promo for Power Rangers RPM, I barely saw any commercials, anything like that. No huge promotion. They were kind of just letting it go. After RPM, we're done. We'll do a reversion, make a little toy money, and then that's it. But I see why RPM wasn't really anything. This was your only promo option, and it was just a little confusing if you ask me. But what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Shout out all the fans out there that take the time out of their day to watch this content. You are the real MVPs and the reason why we can continue to make stuff like this. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time. Peace. I want to give a special shout out to the Gold Ranger members Salima Ramirez, Stephen Heffelman, Anime King Nick, Louis Cairns, Thomas Franco, and Roderick Ham. Thank you guys so much for your support. And if you want a video shout out like this one, sign up to be a Gold Ranger member today. Hey, what's going on? Thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, hit that share button, and if you can, please sign up to be a member today. We have 3 membership power-ups. We have the Gold Ranger power-up, the most popular. You get into our exclusive fan club chat group. We have fan exclusive videos that we are adding monthly now, and you get a video shout out. Yes, folks, at the end of our videos, I will shout out your name. We also have the Quantum Ranger power up where you get monthly meetings online with me. Yes, folks, we will talk once a month on Zoom, and you can give me your ideas for future episodes. And then we have a professional package, the Dr. K power up. That is for businesses that want to tap into the platform. If you guys can, please sign up to be a member today. It is highly appreciated, and it helps us keep these videos going. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Hi, we're Bulk and Skull. We have been requested by the fan club to say something funny.